Hello folks, here we are once again. This is John Oakes here with Hankster's Hot Rods, and today in our showroom we have a very nice 1969 Chevelle to go over with you folks. A little bit of a different color here for us. We always, seem to get the reds and the blues and so forth like that, but this is kind of a nice change here. I believe Cortez silver is the color on this car, and in fact, whenever we ran the numbers and the trim tag and everything, we did find out that Cortez silver would have been the correct color for this car. Now I'm not sure, I can't say 100% if this is the original paint. I'd have to guess probably not, but it is still the correct color though. So again, a very nice looking exterior paint on this car. Now just to give you kind of the basics on the car before we start our walk around, obviously 69 Chevelle with the silver. We've got the lighter silver stripes here. Now this car, for the powertrain in it, we've got a 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine under this hood. We also have the Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission, along with the GM 12-bolt 373 POSI rear end. This car is power brakes, disc up front, drums on the back, and it is in fact power steering. So that's kind of just the basics on it. What we'll do now is we're going to go ahead and do our walk around, and then we'll point out to you everything that is that I can see here, and just around the outside, inside, and under the hood here. So starting at the front, of course, we've got the chrome front bumpers on the car here. We also have these little turn signal or side marker light bezels here. Those are in nice shape. There's no pitting whatsoever on them. The little lenses in them, no cracks or chips in those. If we come back just a little bit here, we see that our Chevelle does in fact have the wheel lip moldings, the bright wheel lip moldings, and those are in great shape. They're nice and straight, good and securely fastened to the car. And then as we look at the wheel and tire combination here, at least on the front here, we've got a set of 15-inch rally wheels, and those are on all four corners. You can see it's the silver painted with the actual beauty rings and center caps. And then we've got BFGoodrich Radial TA tires. Now up front, these are 215/65 R15s. Out here on the back of the car, same thing too. It's a BFGoodrich Radial TA, but it's a 255/60 R15. So just a little different tire size, tread pattern, all the same. We come back a little further here on our front fender, and we've got that SS 396 badging here on the front fender. As we look at our door here next, fitment on the door is really nice here. You've got good gaps both front and back side of the door. Your elevations are really good on the car too. And again, all body lines and such all line up on the car. Our chrome door handles in good shape. Just maybe a very, very, very little bit of pitting there. And then we've got the mirror here just on the driver's side. It is the rectangular shaped mirror here. Chrome exterior, which is in great shape, and the glass of that mirror is in great condition. Of course, we've got the bright work as far as your drip rail moldings go, and those are in very nice shape here on the driver's side of the car. No dents or dings, all polished up very well. And as I run my finger through that rain gutter there, again, there are no rough spots. It is nice and smooth. The glass on this car, slightly tinted here, and your door glass and your quarter window glass each have no chips or cracks in those. Even your bright work going down the leading edge of your quarter window here is in great shape with no pitting there. Now we'll open our door up, take a look for the first time at our interior here from the driver's side. So you see it's got the black interior, black vinyl upholstery, bucket seats up front, bench in the back. You've got all the seat belts included in this car, retractables up front, and of course just your normal in the back. As far as the gauge and the dash, got a factory dash up there which is in good shape. There's no cracks in there. And then as far as your gauge panel, that's an updated updated, upgraded Dakota digital VHX dash that you see there. All the gauges are all Dakota digitals. They have the analog look to them, but they also have the digital displays and so forth. Radio in this car, it's an Alpine AM/FM CD player. Of course, you've got the Hurst shifter with the Hurst shift ball down there for your Muncie M21. And as far as the steering wheel there, you've got that nice wood grain 3-bar steering wheel with the bow tie horn button right in the center. As far as the rest of the interior, your door panels and such, all in good shape here. Again, all the bright work, the trim and so forth, all looks really nice on the door panels. Your armrest pads here, not in bad shape either. They look pretty good. No rips or tears in any of that. The other thing that we always look at are those weather strips and seals all the way up around your door here. Those all look good. There's no rips or tears there. Same thing with that quarter window seal. No rips or tears and securely anchored in there. Also, the weather stripping around your door here, again, all intact, no rips or tears anywhere, nice and soft. Rubber bump stops here on the door. This is going to close up nice and tight, no vibrations. So we'll close that up. And then we'll continue on the back side of the car here. So quarter panel is nice and straight. Those the actual wheel lip moldings that we spoke of up front, again, all 4 corners. And then back here, our rear window, same thing here. We've got no chips, cracks, or scratches in the rear window. All of your bright trim work here, all in great shape. There's no dents or dings in that. Well, there's maybe one little tiny one here. All securely fastened, all polished up, very, very nice. And then again, you get to see those silver stripes here on the deck lid here that continue on from the hood of the car. Those all look very, very nice. Your trunk fitment here, all done very well too. You can see your gaps and your elevations all match up with your quarter panels, and all the gaps are all nice and uniform all the way around. Taillights, well, you've got your bezels here, which are in great shape. There's no pitting at all on those. And your lenses on your taillights, there's no chips or cracks in either side. Those look really nice. You've got the blacked out tail panel here. The SS396 badge is right in the center. And then, of course, you've got that nice chrome rear bumper. And then down below, you've got these oval slash cut exhaust tips, chrome tips. Just a nice finishing detail there to the exhaust that's on this car. Next, we'll go inside the trunk. Check that out. So with the key in, it does in fact unlock it. The underside of the trunk done the same color as the exterior of the car. Your hinges and springs all doing what they should be doing, holding that hood or trunk lid up on their own. All of your weather stripping around the trunk, all in good shape, nice and soft, and again, no rips or tears. Your water channels here, your rain gutters, those are all solid, all nice and straight. Again, this is going to direct all of that water from the outside elements or from washing it right out the back of the car. You're never going to have to worry about it getting in this trunk. First thing we see in the trunk here, we've got the full-size spare in there, the hold down, and there is the jack underneath it as well. The trunk floor itself, good and solid trunk floor here. To me, it does look like they may have put a patch piece in there, but again, it's the correct metal. You can see all the stamping lines in it. All the drain plugs are there, and again, they've got it painted up with the correct black and aqua trunk spatter paint. That is pretty much it for the trunk here. That shuts nice and easy, and now we'll continue to the passenger side. So again, as I always do, I look up the passenger side of the car and it is nice and straight. So again, we see no waviness whatsoever. Good straight body panel fitment and alignment on the car. We'll just kind of work our way right to the door there. Again, your gaps to the back as well as to the front side of the door, all very uniform, very nice tight gaps here. Again, Again, your elevations are good, body lines all match up. Door handle over here is in good condition too. Chrome looks good on there. Glass in our quarter and door here, those are in nice shape again too. No chips or cracks anywhere in that glass. Your bright work going down the leading edge of your quarter window shows no signs of pitting. And again, your drip rail moldings, no dents or dings anywhere in those, polished up very nice. And again, that rain gutter is nice and smooth throughout. Now let's open this door up. That way you get to see the interior from both sides. Again, your upholstery, you'll see no rips or tears in the seat upholstery. Carpeting all looks good, showing no rips, tears, or fading there. Again, just overall, just nice car. Inside, out, everywhere you look on the car, it's a very nice car there. Again, the dash all looks good, and we've already been over the components and so forth on the dash that's inside there. As far as your weather stripping and your seals, again, all intact, no rips or tears, quarter window seal all securely anchored, and again, your weather stripping around the door all looks to be in good shape, and again, you do have the rubber bump stops. So we'll close this up, and then we'll work our way to the front. Of course, you've got the matching SS396 badging over here. And again, that brings us to the front end of the car. So looking at our 69 Chevelle here, you see the headlights that's on the car. Again, these are your traditional sealed beam glass headlights here. No chips or cracks in any of those headlights there. The bezels around the headlights are all in good shape on both sides there. Your chrome front bumper looks great as always here. No pitting, no scratches or cracks in the chrome, and nice and straight bumper. The grille work here, all solid. There's no pieces broke or cracked in the grille. And again, you've got the SS396 badging right in the center. When we come up to the header panel, you'll see the Chevelle script emblem right here. And again, we've got the stock flat steel hood here. Again, the hood itself looks very nice, and it fits very nice also. Again, you can see the gaps as they go around the car here, both around the front and around the sides there. The hood fitment is very, very nice on this car. Those silver stripes look very good on it too. And then our windshield, there's no chips or cracks in that windshield. All of your bright molding here, your trim work, that all looks nice and again securely fastened there. And it does in fact have windshield wipers on. They're just kind of recessed underneath that hood. Again, the wiper arms themselves are in great shape, and the wiper blades are a good blade too for the car. Now we'll go ahead now and open up our hood, and got a few items underneath the hood here that we can go over, which again, a lot of this stuff makes this car a really nice car. So with the hood open, we can see that we in fact have all of the correct insulation all installed on the underside of the hood here. Again, there's nothing hanging down, no pieces frayed out or anything. All looks good underneath here. Now you'll notice that the engine compartment, they have gone and done the paint work on this the same as the exterior of the car to give it a nice custom finished off look for under the hood. Now as far as that motor goes, like I mentioned earlier in the video, it is in fact a 468 cubic inch big block motor. We do have some specs on the motor, and I believe there's going to be probably an image of that on our website, so you'll be able to kind of go through that and see what some of the specs are on this engine as far as the internals go. But as far as what we can physically see here and tell you, again, 468 cubic inch big block. Obviously you can see we've got the dual 4-barrel carburetors. Those are Edelbrock 500 CFM 4-barrel carbs with electric choke there. As you can also see, it's got those smaller chrome air cleaners there, the air cleaner covers. Again, it's just a really nice look underneath. The polished carburetors there too, those look really nice there on top of that motor. Of course, we've got the Edelbrock dual quad aluminum intake, and then a chrome water thermostat housing there too. Now it does in fact have an aluminum radiator to help cool that big block, along with a set of I believe these are 12-inch electric puller fans, and then to kind of help dress things up a little bit more, of course you've got the core support cover here in chrome, as well as the CoolFlex radiator hoses, and these are both top and on the bottom of the radiator, so the complete set. Very nice looking stuff here. Got a chrome alternator as well, got the chrome pulley on the power steering setup there, and all the belts are in great shape there too. Now as far as valve covers go, we've got these black valve covers here with the crinkle finish on them. Obviously the bow tie Chevrolet machined in those as well, so again a nice look there. The headers on this car, they're a set of 1 3/4 long tube headers there, then a full 2.5-inch exhaust, stainless exhaust with Magnaflow mufflers, so again a very nice sounding exhaust system for the car. For the ignition system, well, we can see there that we've got all MSD components there. We've got the MSD Billet Distributor back there at the rear of the car, an MSD Blaster 2 coil, and then the MSD 6AL ignition box. As far as just anything else to dress up the hood or under hood stuff here, and we do in fact have a chrome timing chain cover, and then if you look back at the brake system there, we've got the chrome master cylinder and booster assembly back there for, again, what I mentioned was the power brakes, disc brake up front, drums on the rear, complete with your emergency brake all hooked up. Now along with that, we have that Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission. We also have the GM 12-bolt rear, the 373 gear in their POSI unit, and that pretty much completes the car, completes the drive line. Now at this point, I always kind of reach out to you guys and tell you that, you know, depending on where you're watching this video from, maybe you're looking at it on a different site possibly that we advertise on, I always recommend that you go to our website, our company site, hanksters.com, because you're going to be able to see upwards of 100 photos of this car all the way around, inside, underneath, everything that you could imagine you'll see there in picture form, as well as this video that you're watching. You're also going to see our retail pricing, you're going to see the description, the options, all of that stuff right there on our website. Now with the retail pricing, that does in fact include enclosed shipping to anywhere within the contiguous 48 states, and it also includes our Hanksters 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty. If you are interested in seeing exactly how that works, if you would need to utilize that, it's a very simple process. Just reach out to us and we'll be glad to go over that with you. The other thing is any kind of parts or accessories that you would maybe want to add to a vehicle like this. Honestly, after walking around the car, there's not much that I can think of other than possibly maybe adding AC to it. Now we do have an awful lot of customers that is one of the things that they like to have on their car is air conditioning, and again we can do that. Just kind of reach out to us, we'll be glad to get you pricing on the parts and the labor to have that all installed for you. So with that said, we're going to go ahead now, take a minute just to close this all up. We're going to get it back on our lift in the shop here. Welcome back folks. Here we've got our 1969 Chevelle here now up on the lift, so we can once again go through the underside of this car as we always do and point out to you, you know, all the gadgets it's got underneath here, all the components and accessories, and kind of go over the condition of everything as we always do. So starting up at the front of our car, we've got besides the chrome front bumper, we do have the aluminum radiator here. Now again, I look at things like the drain petcock, the whole complete bottom here of the tanks, your radiator hose, all that stuff. I want to make sure that it's not leaking underneath here, and it looks nice and dry all the way across there. As a matter of fact, it even has one of the Cool Flex lower radiator hoses here, a real nice touch there. Hose clamps and so forth all look in very good condition on that. Also, it's got those electric fans on there, the dual fans as we talked about earlier. And again, the bottom side of those all look to be in great shape there too. As we work our way back here a little bit, let's start talking about some of the suspension here on the front end of the car. So we've got the, I believe it's an 1 3/8 front sway bar here. It's got the urethane style bushings in it. They are greasable here at the frame. Those all look to be in really good shape. Of course, our sway bar end links here, the bushings on those all look to be in good shape too. As far as the rest of the suspension, the front cross member, nice and straight here. Doesn't look like it's ever been hit on anything. The A-arms here on the front of the car, these are gonna be your factory style, OE style, upper and lower A-arms here. The ball joints and so forth, those all look to be in good shape, and you can tell everything's been greased and maintained properly underneath this car. It's just, it really is in really good overall condition here. The shocks, all your mounting hardware, the shock bushings and everything, that all looks to be in good shape too. Now as far as the steering goes on the car, it is a power steering car, so we always check over your drag link, your pitman arms, your tie rods and tie rod ends, and everything there all looks to be in good shape. Ball joints all have, or tie rod ends I should say, all have the little rubber dust boot covers on. That's going to keep that grease in, dirt and debris out. And then as far as the braking system on the car, power brakes, they are disc brakes on the front. Looks to be factory GM stuff probably here on the front. So again, when it comes time to replace those consumables, your brake pads, your rotors and such, should be able to go to just about any of your local auto parts stores and pick those components up. Then out on the back, it does have the drum brakes there, and again, everything is complete, including the emergency brake. It is all hooked up and functional. We'll come over here to the engine now. We'll kind of start talking about the motor and the transmission here for right now, and then we'll get to the rear as we get back here. But the engine, again, this is that 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet power here. So again, chrome oil pan, so it's got a real nice look underneath. That is all nice and dry all the way around the pan. It's dry at the drain plug and dry up in behind that oil pan there too. Again, you've got some, you know, like the your dampener here as far as your timing marks and so forth. They've got the chrome on that there as well to kind of dress things up. As far as the transmission goes, now this is a Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission. It does in fact have the cover to help protect that flywheel. All of your you know, your side cases and so forth on that transmission all are dry, including back here at the output shaft seal. Again, that's where your slip yoke from the drive shaft slides into it there. Again, nice and dry. Nice transmission cross member right here, and the mount itself, that looks to be pretty much new underneath here. So again, that's in good condition too. Before we get too far back, we want to go over the exhaust system since we can see a lot of it from right here. We've got the 1 3/4 long tube headers here. Those are dumping into a full 2.5 inch stainless steel exhaust with the Magnaflow mufflers back there, and that's going to give this thing a really nice tone to the engine. And then as we get back there, we'll look at the tailpipes. Those are stainless as well, and then they have a nice chrome oval tip back there to finish everything off. Wheels and tires, as we saw from the walk around video, we've got the 15-inch factory rallies here, the silver painted wheel with the beauty rings and the center caps on them. Like I said, 15-inch, and then the tires on the car, BFGoodrich, again, that's the popular tire combination. BFGoodrich radial TAs on the front. We've got two 1565 R15s. Out on the back, we've got two 55/60 15s back there. As we move back a little bit further, we can look at the frame and the floors. Again, our Chevelles, they are going to be a full frame car. So again, you've got your rails that go all the way back from front to back on this car, and those are nice and straight, good and square on both sides. Of course, you've got your brake lines, your fuel lines and such run right through those frame rail channels there all the way back. Those are in good shape and nice and dry. Drive shaft itself, it is a steel drive shaft and it is balanced, so that's going to help eliminate any kind of driveline vibrations that you might have. The floors themselves, they look to be in really good shape on this car too. Good and solid from front to back here. I don't see any no repairs, no replacement patches or anything like that. You can see all of your bracing in the floors are all there. All of your stamping marks are in all of the floors, so you know it's all of the correct metal for underneath the car here for the floors. Pinch welds are nice and straight on both sides as I've looked over, and the rocker panels are good and solid on both sides also from underneath here. Now as we come back to the rear end of the car, now this is a GM 12 bolt rear end, 373 gear, and it is a POSI unit. As you can see here, it does have a aluminum finned differential cover. That kind of helps with the heat dissipation and everything back there. And then as far as the rear suspension on the car, we've got tubular upper and lower control arms back here for the rear suspension. The bushings at either end of those are greasable. So again, you're going to be able to keep that maintained. Those should last you a long time. Coil springs look to be in good shape. Same thing here with the shocks too. Again, all your mounting hardware, the bushings on the shocks all look good. As I mentioned before, it does have the drum brakes back here, complete with all the emergency brake cables and lines all routed and all hooked up back here and functional. So that's that. As far as the rest of that exhaust, well, there you go. There's your tailpipes, and again, those oval chrome tips back here. Now those look to be a bolt-on tip, so for some reason, if you don't like them, you can always take them off, replace them with something else. But again, I think they look pretty good there as far as the fit and finish of everything else on the car here. As I mentioned earlier there, the wheels and tires back here, again, the 15-inch wheel, 255/60/15 tires here, the BFGoodrich Radial TAs. So you've got matching tires front to back. The fuel tank itself all looks to be in really nice shape here. Again, you don't see any dents or dings whatsoever in that tank. All of your fuel lines coming back to the tank are nice and dry, and all of your straps and mounting hardware are all in very nice condition on this tank. Even the back frame rails here that we see, those are in great condition too. And of course it ends with that chrome rear bumper. Now that's the complete underside of our 69 Chevelle. As I've been doing lately, I just want to kind of keep all you folks informed that we are in fact an ATC trailer dealer. We've got multiple models, enclosed auto/race style trailers. Again, if you're interested in a trailer and you're one of our car customers as well, we can definitely work with you on the pricing. You can check those trailers out one of two ways. You can find them right through our car site, right where you're at right now, probably by going to the inventory tab, clicking on the drop down, the trailer inventory, and that'll take you right over to our trailer website. Or you can go directly there just by typing hankstershaulers.com. Again, you're going to see all the trailers we have available, the pricing, descriptions, options, and lots of photos of those trailers. So again, if you're in the market for a trailer, please give us a chance there to help you out on one of those. We'll be glad to work with you on those. So that is it for our Chevelle. Let's go ahead now, get this off the lift. We're gonna go underneath the hood next, fire this motor up, let you hear with its big block.